Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy, more specifically about a secret cameo that you may have missed on I Love Lucy. Now I'll tell you about what episode it comes from and as well as to why so many people would have missed this cameo. Now we're going to be talking about the episode The Audition, but before I get to it, don't forget, if you're new here, I make videos on classic TV shows. I also have another channel which I just started on classic cartoons, so links are in the description for everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help me out so much. Now this episode, The Audition, is number 7 on the I Love Lucy series roster, not including the pilot episode. In fact, The Audition is a rehashing, or it's a redoing of the pilot episode itself and making it applicable for I Love Lucy. Now, what do I mean by that? The pilot episode, which I won't get into details in this video, I'll just let you know that Fred and Ethel were not in it. The characters weren't even created yet, but there was the part of The Audition with Ricky and Lucy. It was mostly focused on them. And that is what this episode that I'm talking about has, as Ricky and Lucy, and the very cool last scene of The Audition vaudeville routine that they have. It's one of the best on the entire series, in my opinion. Now, in this one, of course, you do see in the background Bill Frawley. In regards to the plot and the story of this episode, we have Buffalo the Clown, who doesn't show up for Ricky's TV audition. So in fact, Lucy has to replace him. She becomes the clown in this aspect. She actually doesn't wear face paint. She is still hilarious and a clown in her own way, which I think is pretty much genius. She is always trying to get in on the act, trying to get in to the show, and it gives Ricky a big headache. So he tries to throw her on this wild goose chase, taking his will downtown so that she does not interfere with his TV audition. Now, he has some very important people watching this audition. Some television sponsors make an appearance, 3 of them. Now, what's really interesting is if you watch this in reruns or in syndication, they cut down a lot of the clips of I Love Lucy whenever you watch it. So I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe that this little portion with the 3 men there, it gets cut out. That little bit of talk, they try to make it shorter so that it fits in the format that we have today with commercials and so forth. But if you do have the extended version that I do, and then you do watch this and you see the 3 men, then you will most likely know who this man is. He's on the left hand side. If you are a fan of this channel and you do watch regularly, you will know that this is Jess Oppenheimer. Now, in case some of you don't know, that's really important to know who this man is. He is in fact the creator of I Love Lucy. He was the creator actually of My Favorite Husband, which was the radio show that Lucy was on that inspired I Love Lucy. And later Desi Arnaz joined along and they picked Vivian Vance and Bill Frawley. But this is really cool that the actual creator of I Love Lucy was on camera, even if for a couple brief seconds, to show himself, to make a little bit of a cameo appearance. Now, most people wouldn't know who he was. He didn't have that famous face, but he was the brains and the magnetic force behind the show. He was a very prolific writer. He wrote a lot of the funny jokes and so forth, and a lot of the plots that we enjoy. So it's really important to highlight him, and I thought that all of you I Love Lucy fans would enjoy this. Let me know how many of you noticed him, or next time that you do watch The Audition, pick up and see where he's sitting at. We'll see you next time, guys and gals. Thank you so much for the support, and most importantly, be hopeful.